Good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight, round number 18 of the New Zealand Sim Racing National Midget Series travels to the longest track we have here on the iRacing.com service, 3/4 of a mile in distance. Yes, we are headed, and we are here in Lakeland, Florida, USA International Speedway. Good evening, Brett Wheeler in the booth with you for tonight's coverage. Again, we are live across Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, so we hope you enjoy the coverage of what, well, again, it's going to be a 50-50 night. Some reason USA is like the Williams Grove when it comes to broadcasting. You never know what we are going to get. What we do know is we have 33 drivers signed into the pit area for this evening's race. As you can see, the track at the moment is a little slick, but that will, in fact, carry over for the rest of the night. So normally the track gets a bit of a reset, but tonight we are on a slick surface. Landon, thank you very much for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate it. Welcome in to the Ultimate Dirt TV community. And we are just under 2 minutes away here from the qualifying session rolling out. Of course, Callan Arthur, the quickest in practice, the Australian champion, the sim racing Australian champion, Brett Jr. Morris, is third quick. The likes of Jared Steen, Harry Edwards sit inside the top 10. Aaron Humble, Davin Cardwell here once again for another round of this series. We've seen him for the past 3 or 4 meetings, I believe. The Sim New Zealand the New Zealand champion, New Zealand Sim champion, I should say, the NZ1, and a well-deserved NZ1, I might add. Ben Morrison, 17th quick on the scoreboards. Joel Berkeley, Aaron Kelly sitting 20th and 21st quick. We got the likes of David Harleman in 27th quick, of course getting a time late in the practice session. Corey Wenzel making another appearance here, and again 32nd quick. And just having a look at some of the drivers that might be still, in fact there's only one driver out on the racetrack that I can see in this group. You got to do it with someone, Davin. Alright, 10 seconds left in the practice session. What we are going to do, we're going to bring up the cars in qualifying. The top 20 will be on the left-hand side of your screen. What we will also do is the cars. Where's my Discord? Here it is over there. What we are going to do, we're also going to bring. Don't know why there's people over there, but whatever. They can come to my Discord after the interviews. What we are going to do is we're going to bring the driver that we are watching on the racetrack at the moment. And let's go through and take a look at some of those drivers as qualifying gets underway. The number 10 car of Murray Howe. Again, we'll keep an eye on some of the drivers. Carl Hoffman's caliber 3 car, the Indy Race Parts entry. Aaron Kelly also in the Indy Race Parts caliber 26. 26 in the server, it'll be 18. Hey, what's going on, Zach? I'm not sure if I said hello yet or not, but I haven't. Hello. Jeremy Patterson, caliber 44. Bryce Kenyon in the 61. Dylan DeBono in that OPR. Euros number 11. Ben Morrison in the 1NZ car. Ben Morrison quick time 23.191. Bryce Kenyon's 7th quick. Dylan DeBono 10th quick. Callan Arthur yet to lay down a lap time. Of course, a 5-minute qualifying session. And just on that, Wednesday week, not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, the Midget Super League. We make our return to the Australian Australian League racing side of things. And what better way to kick off the new Midget series will be the #1 Midget League here in Australia. Callum for 30 in caliber 32. We'll see what kind of lap times. 7th quick. Joel Berkeley in the Slick Sim Sports caliber 9 machine on the racetrack right now. Noah Page caliber 42, so we'll keep an eye on Berkeley and Page. There is the Rush Sim Racing number 66 machine. Harry Edwards. Ben Morrison still quick time with a 23.191. Edwards 16th quick. Berkeley getting the green flag for lap #1. Davin Carville on the racetrack. Rob Bowden. There's Warren Saar. Brett Junior Morris, the Sim Racing Australian #1. Berkeley, first lap time. He's going to be 3rd quick with a 23.364. Thomas Paul coming out onto the racetrack. Brady Baldwin 15th, make that 13th quick. There's a couple of other guys here. Davin Cardwell 12th quick in the 07 Valvoline. Did Cardwell improve? No. Brett Junior Morris, can he improve? No. 23.368 for Brett Junior Morris. Honeybell in the Matt Smith number 39 car, the KC Tools entry. 18th quick. Mason Crawford 3rd quick. Thomas Paul coming out onto the racetrack right now. What can Thomas Paul do in the 305 machine? Waiting for a time to come through. Also on the racetrack still, Davin Cardwell. So 31 cars. Thomas Paul will be the 32nd car to take a lap here at the USA International Speedway. Yes, 23-second lap times. Yes, we are in for a bit of a Daytona race. 10th quick for Thomas Paul, 23.660. And just the couple of cars on pit road, which allow us to go to our scenic view. And 32 cars completed a lap. I dare say we're not too far away from rolling over into our first heat race of the night. So well done to Ben Morrison, who goes quick time, the 21 second. You got Mason Crawford 3rd, Berkeley, Brett Junior Morris, Stewart, Kelly, Humble, Harleman, and Paul, your top 10. Bowden, Arthur, Cardwell, Steen, Baldwin, Howe, Hoffmans, Dixon, Honeybell, and Corey Wenzel sitting in position number 20. 21st, Edwards, Terry Edwards, Jeremy Patterson, Mark Horton, Rodney James, Caleb Beecroft, Bryce Kenyon, Jaden Jamieson, Dylan DeBono, Scott Wilkins, Noah Page, Warren Sayre, our top 32 drivers, and Connor Clark did not make a lap. That is qualifying complete for the New Zealand Sim Racing National Midget Series Tour from USA. And we are going to have 4 heat races on the program for tonight. We'll go trackside. Right now, we'll take a look here at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat race #1. Nine cars scheduled for heat #1. 8 laps of distance, the top 3 to your main event, starting on pole. In the 1NZ car, Ben Morrison. On his outside, the 1AU of Brett Junior Morris. So a couple of New Zealand, or a couple of title winners for respect to New Zealand and Australian championship. Start on the front row. Brett Junior Morris had a P2. David Harleman in the 49. A couple of Americans in row number 2. Inside the 49 is David Harleman. On the outside, the 07 of Davin Cardwell. Inside row number 3, the 33 car of Carl Hoffman lines up alongside Dale Jordison. Then we go back to Rodney James, car number 62, out of position 7 with Dylan DeBono. in car number 11 at a position number 8. And if he makes it, we'll show him on the grid anyway. Connor Clark, car number 6 at a position number 9. He will not, so it will just be the 8 cars for heat race number 1. Again, with that, trying to sugarcoat it, who knows what kind of a night we are in for. I hope not a lot of yellows, because we're looking at probably about 50 odd second lap times. Drivers get the green signal. I swear, I should be charging double for USA and Williams Grove, the 2 worst broadcasted tracks I've ever seen, just because of the length of how big or how long the straightaways are. Although Williams Grove is only half a mile long, I mean, I tell you what, it almost feels like we're at another 3/4 of a mile racetrack. All right, here we go. And they can't go into the green flag, and Brett Junior Morris, well, with a jump of about 4 car lengths over Ben Morrison. Surely that's got to be a discussion of if it's going to be an EL. Well, they certainly tried to jump the start, definitely jumped the start. Morrison in second, will duck down to the low side with a big slide job into turn number 3 and 4. Morris going to turn it back underneath Morrison, but Ben Morrison will lead lap number 1 officially. David Harleman in 3rd spot, and again holds down that 3rd and final transfer spot. I just thought about how long this is actually going to take with your EMA and your DCB. I hope there's not like a 4-car race for 3 transfer spots. That one did do me. Morris going to park it into the wall, so the jump start not helping the 1AU car. Hoffmans gets on by him, as does Dale Jordison. Davin Carwell moves into 3rd spot, and here goes David Harleman around the outside of Ben Morrison for the race lead. So the Case Kane Racing Sim team, the Napa Auto Parts car number 49 out in front. Oh, Zach, Wednesday week, not this Wednesday but the following Wednesday, and we'll start around 5:30 a.m. pretty much from an hour from now, which again should be about 5:30 a.m. for you Eastern Time, 4:30 a.m. Central. The Hulk, as he's been called before, David Harleman continues to lead the halfway stage of this race. It dead set feels like an NASCAR race with these midgets. Why did we ever come here? I'll never ever know. I would have been happy with the schedule change. It's about the only time I'm happy with the schedule change. At least what I do know is the State of Origin dates are out already, so next year. Well, I hope to see that we no Midget Super League will be running on that Wednesday night, but you never know, someone might run. We might actually just have to turn up for the fun of it. Wow, this is very entertaining. I've got Brett Junior Morris, Dylan DeBono on pit road, 2 to go. Yes, that's still 1.5 miles. It almost feels like I'm on LSR TV right now doing the production work. Well, I've got to hand it to Ben Morris, and he's hanging with David Harleman for the most part of this race. He is not letting him get out of his sight by more than a couple of car lengths. As here goes Morrison back to the inside. Harleman continues to work the high side. Well, I guess I can say finally the white flag is out. Morrison once again puts the move there on Harleman. Harleman turns it underneath, and they drag race down the back straightaway for the final time Neck and neck. Heidelman has the spot going down into turn number 3. Morrison now looks to the outside. Heidelman on the low side. It's a drag race, and David Heidelman victorious here in heat race number 1. Ben Morrison second. Dale Jordison in third. We go back to Carl Hoffman's. We've got Davin Cardwell, Rodney James, Brett Jr. Morris, and Dylan DeBono for heat number 1. It felt like about an hour, that race. Heat number 2. Let's go trackside here in your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole, the 21 of Jordan McDonald. Harry Stewart, car number 29, will start position number 2. Thomas Paul in the 305 will start position 3. At a position 4 will be the 91 of Jared Steen. Inside third row, the 03 of Jacob Dixon on the outside. At a position 6, it is the 66 of Harry Edwards. The roadblock, Caleb Beecroft, the 22 car, will start position 7 with the 411 of Scott Wilkins at a position number 8. Why is our YouTube feed so delayed when it comes to everything? Jason McBride, Kobe Dead, Liam Wire, thank you for the likes on the video, boys. Appreciate it. Once again, thank you for the support. Field down the back straight away. They're getting the green flag here on the front stretch this time by. So that is a false one on the car on the pole. It's the 21. Not sure even what 1D is anymore. They folded. See if Harry Stewart can get the jump on the outside. Thomas Paul got a good start on the inside of the second row. Paul and Stewart make a little contact there in the centre of turns number 1 and 2. And Jared Sen again, remember, top 3 advancing to your main event. Paul sits in second. Third, Harry Stewart. Oh, no, Thomas Paul, Harry Stewart around. Oh, that's certainly going to cost BSL some money. Beecroft getting involved in that one. Caleb Beecroft as well. Harry Edwards avoids that. He's in 5th. Scott Wilkins is now battling for a transfer spot, along with Jared Steen. Wilkins has 3rd spot. Steen back to position 4. In 2nd is the 03, that is Jacob Dixon. Edwards there on the Rush Sim Racing number 66 machine. I'm not sure what Edwards is doing, but he looks a little slow. Steen now moves into position 3. He gets on by the 411 of Scott Wilkins. We just caught the pass there here on the cameras. Dixon still holding down second by 1.4 seconds over Jared Steen. The leader out by 1.5 seconds in the 21 car. There is the Indy Race Parts 03 machine of Jacob Dixon. Five down and 3 to run. Boy, oh boy, these are long. Not one to sugarcoat it, boys. I'll tell you how I feel. Is it the 119 sports car out in front, or is it the BSL car? I think it's the BSL car today. Dixon still holds second. I wonder how Stewart's going. Stewart's back on pit road. There's Caleb Beecroft ripping up some clay here on the top side of the racetrack. We'll go down low into turns 3. And going to run the slider line. There's Thomas Paul, who got a good start on the initial start. And well, there is your second place driver of Jacob Dixon. Final time for heat number 2. I think it's been that long, like 23 minutes or 20 minutes, and we've done qualifying in 2 heat races. The 21 of Jordan gets the win. 03 Jacob Dixon, Jared Steen, your top 3. Scott Wilkins, Caleb Beecroft, Harry Edwards. In fact, it was Thomas Paul, then Harry Edwards, and Harry Stewart. So a bunch of Harrys bringing up the rear. From hero to zero is Harry Stewart in the 29 car. Boy, oh boy, that's just 2 heat races. Wonder how much, what kind of music we can play for the preliminary mains. Alright, let's take a look here at your Ultimate 30 starting grid for heat number 3 here at the New Zealand Sim Racing National Midget Series Tour, live from the longest track on the service, USA International Speedway. Starting on pole in caliber 15, Mason Crawford. On the outside of the front row, caliber 26, that's Aaron Kelly. Rob Bowden in the 116 car will start position 3. Out of position 4 will be the 7 car of Brady Baldwin. Out of position 5, caliber 39 of Peter Honeybell. Jeremy Patterson in caliber 44 will start position number 6. Bryce Kenyon, the 61, will start position 7, with Noah Page, caliber 42, out of position number 8. 8 cars on the grid, on the racetrack, and 8 laps, excuse me, for these 8 cars. And again, the top 3 moving into your main. We are finding out from race control if we are having a dash tonight. Hey, what's going on, Lane? How are you, buddy? Alright, here we go. Mason Crawford, Aaron Kelly, front row. Green flag is out. Heat number 3. The New Zealand Sim Racing National Midget Series. It's Crawford sliding to the top side of the racetrack. Kelly fell back to 3rd spot. Right in the center of turns 1 and 2. Brady Baldwin now looking back for 2nd as Aaron Kelly got by him in the back on the exit of turn number 2. Oh, the bump there catching out the 15 car of Mason Crawford. And you've seen the front end, you've seen that car just really pick up. They've lost all speed. Oh, we've got a car upside down. It is the 44 of Jeremy Patterson. Sweet, no pole shuffle, no dash tonight. So just straight up to your main event after the B main. As he has Mason Crawford running the outside of the racetrack, and here comes that KC Tools number 39 car of Peter Honeywell, but he had to check up, and now here comes Rob Bowden. Honeywell looking for third spot over Mason Crawford. Brady Baldwin is solidly in the second spot. However, your race leader comfortably out in front and just absolutely ripping this cushion. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these drivers are on that hot dock. Peter Honeywell going upside down along with, you've got Mason Crawford around. Crawford keeps it going. Honeywell, unfortunately, he's ended up on his lid, and that's going to put him in the lower mains of tonight. Hopefully it's just a C main. Please, dear God, no D or E main. There would be nothing worse than running 3 cars with 1 car registered to technically make it a 4 car, but only 3 cars on the track to run an 8 or 10 lap race for those 3 transfer spots. Please, no. As your race leader, Aaron Kelly, that Indy Race Parts number 18 car. Kelly has just absolutely waxed the field here at heat race number 3. Very well, just blinking in and out there. But now looks to have that stabilised down the back straightaway. Rob Bowden again. He's also got a ticket in the main event tonight, but he just threw that one away, just ripped it up and just said, here, Noel Page, take my ticket, I don't want to go. Final lap for Aaron Kelly in car number 18. As he makes his way down the back straightaway into corners number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out, and Aaron Kelly going to be victorious. Second goes to Brady Baldwin. Noel Page will grab it third. Rob Bowden in fourth. Bryce Kenyon and Mason Crawford rounds out the 6 cars that finished, with Peter Honeywell and Jeremy Patterson, both drivers going upside down in heat number 3, thus ending their heat racing competition. We'll see them later on in the C main, hopefully. Heat number 4, the 4th and final heat race of the night, and this should be a belter of a front row. Let's take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole in car number 9, hits the Birkinator of Joel Berkeley. Aaron Humble, car number 46, will start position number 2. At a position 3, the 32 of Callan Arthur. At a position 4, it's the 10 car of Murray Howe. At a position 5, the 888 machine, the True Speed Motorsports driver Corey Wenzel will line up inside row 3. Alongside him, car number 86 of Mark Horton. Jaden Jamieson in car 412 will start position 7. Warren Sayre in car 85 out of position 8. I can tell you Mark Horton did not make the grid for heat 3, so that's going to move the 85 of Sayre up to the outside of the 4th row. By God, I'm tired already. Hey, Saw, is it Sayre or Sar? Warren, if you're listening, I apologise, buddy, if I get your name mixed up. Sayre's in S-A-I-R or Sar? S-A-R? Ah! See. We'll just go with Warren S. How about that? Man, I'm tired. I had a great dinner. Now, fun fact. If the emergency vehicle is in the infield. Just as the cars go past here shortly. We're going to keep an eye on that throughout the night. Because one thing I noticed, if you noticed, on the exit of turn 4 at Lanier, every time the yellow flag comes on, the emergency vehicle, the yellow lights flash. What is it with the Kiwis trying to jump the starts? That's twice, Humble. That's twice we've seen a jump start from the outside row. Relax, boys. You're all going... Well, the guys in the front row, 9 out of 10 times they're all going to the front row. Yeah, the 888 machine was... Well, he's back there in position 5, making his second appearance in the series. Made his first appearance 2 weeks ago. And, well, he's just been given a right rear from Jaden Jamieson and Corey Wenzel. Well, that would be a nice 5 a.m. wake-up call for the 888 machine. Yeah, there it is, the right rear lane. Show it out in Twitch chat. As here is Callan Arthur working the bottom side of the racetrack. By God, that is only 2 laps complete. Oh my goodness. Daytona. Tuck in line, boys. We've got a draft going. Callan Arthur in second, right on the top side of the racetrack. As Aaron Humble sits back there in position 3 now. Reminder, top 3 go straight to your main event. Berkeley leads this by over a second here at the start-finish line. No doubt he has certainly got some speed in that number 9 machine, .949 in fact, and well, it will go out to a second as he continues to work the bottom side of the racetrack. Now he does not have his Slick Sim Sports paint livery on, so we might have to. In fact, we told him last week he's got to get the livery done for the Midget. You know, he tells me I've been busy working. What kind of kid works these days? He does a good job on his business. Good kid. Don't tell him that. Oh, slide a line for your top 3. I'm going to say top 4. Wenzel, after getting the right rear there from Jaden Jamieson on the front straightaway, he's found his way to 5th spot just due to the fact that Sayre and Jamieson are both back on pit road. You see those 2 cars right there. As we've just been given the white flag for heat race number 4. The moment of truth comes up in, I'm going to say about 20 seconds time, because by the time these cars all come around and finish, we've still got about 30 seconds in fact, as Wenzel, he's a fair way behind your race leader, 8.9 seconds. As Berkeley catches the infield, what a absolute dope. Berkeley still hangs on for the victory over Callan Arthur, Aaron Humble, Murray Howe, Corey Wenzel. You're about to see come from right of your screen in 3, 2, 1. There he goes, flashing on by. You can't miss him. Jaden Jamieson and Warren Sayre home in positions 5 and 6. Oh boy. I'm not looking forward to this. Just for 3 cars to move on, I'm going to have a guess and say this is a D main. Oh, no better time to take that guess and take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. How does your D main? 7 cars racing for 3 spots, and then we'll have 10 cars. Just put them all in a C main. Harry Edwards, I'm not afraid to tell you, this format sucks, dude. Put more cars than 7 cars on the track. I know you can do it. Peter Honeybell, Warren Sayre, row 1. Dylan DeBono and Harry Stewart, row 2. And in fact, Jeremy Patterson by himself at the back, Horton and Clark not here, so we've got 5 cars fighting it out for 3. That'll do me. This will dead set do me. I've had enough, especially at here, USA. Sorry, boys, you guys can sit in silence. You can just watch whatever. Alright, boys, talk to me in chat. What's going on? I need some questions. The top 3 cars, well, 3 cars you see on screen, even 3 cars to transfer. Dylan DeBono transferring. Others Warren Sarah, unfortunately, but again, we'll watch the KC Tools of. You know what? We'll just go to our Black Diamond Motorsports onboard cameras. And we'll let these guys, let the onboard stuff take you around USA. You can see why it is just so long. On board with second place driver, Harry Stewart. When did I start streaming? Geez, a number of years ago on Twitch, I used to cast CSGO and Rocket League. But the UDTV side of things, which was December 2017. Hello Peter, how you going, buddy? Let's go on board with Jeremy Patterson, who sits in third. Yeah, we only had the name change here on Ultimate Dirt TV as of about 6 months ago. I mean, we should have had it, actually it would have been longer than that. But yeah, we should have had it from the start. We did have already a Twitch channel sort of built up, but again, that was that was pretty much Counter-Strike stuff. Whiskey River. You see him working that wheel left and right. On board with your leader, Peter Honeywell. Now this is only a 8-lap D main. What's going on, LRP? How are you, buddy? And the top 3 are going to continue on. Although it says 10, it is only 8. A shot of the KC Tools logo. The Esslinger engine. There's Harry Stewart. In fact, catching up to your leader here on the white flag. Stewart, do not do anything stupid. A couple of weeks ago, got his first podium, got his first interview here on UDTV. Jordan Charge. Jordan Charge. There we go, checkered flag. Peter Honeybell wins. – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 – 2 – 1 as usual. It was an absolute, don't take this the wrong way, but it was a waste of time. What is the point? Add those 5 cars to your C main and at least make it an interesting C main. But I got to hand it to him. The format's been the same all year. Although when you come to a track like USA, where it's 3/4 of a mile in distance, I've got one place where you can put that. I'll give you a tip. The sun don't shine. Your C main at 10 laps, top 3 going through. We'll take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt 2E starting grid. Nine cars, top 3, 6 of them are going home. At least Rodney James starts position 1. Thomas Paul starts position 2. Mason Crawford, the 15, will start position 3. Jaden Jamieson, the 412, will start position 4. Brett Junior Morris, the 18, will start position 5. Harry Edwards, the 66, out of position 6. Peter Honeybell, the 39, out of position 7. Harry Stewart, the 29, out of position 8. Jeremy Patterson, the 44, out of position 9. So I've just gone through 9 cars and they're not even down the back straight away. Alright, good stuff, Peter. Good stuff. Be nice to see you back, buddy. Come on, someone needs to keep me entertained during these pace laps. Right, let's make a game of it quickly. Who is going to finish 4th? I'm going to say Peter Honeywell is going to finish 4th. Gonna need more than ice cream to get me to go down there to the trailer, Lance. You were gonna need more than ice cream. Had you said a meat pie and a hot dog, I would have been there. Like a fat kid on a cupcake. Ooh, can you give me a chocolate donut while you're there? Oh, I feel like a chocolate donut now. Oh, Peter, it is ridiculous. It literally is ridiculous. Like, and we've seen some fantastic racing. Change the track. Who in their right mind would want to run a midget here at USA? Oh, Rodney James, the Australian champion, Brett Junior Morris, caught up, involved in that one, caught a piece, and caught a heavy piece of that one. How about Honeywell and Stewart, both coming through up to 3rd and 4th? In fact, that's not Stewart. Stewart's back there in position 6 or 7. Might even be 8th even. That is the 412 of Jaden Jamieson, the guy that fed Biggsy a right rear. Speaking of right rears, Honeywell and Crawford, they come together in turns number 3 and 4. Thank you, Goonrag, for that follow. As there goes Mason Crawford. I looked away at probably the wrong time on what happened. So, Goonrag, thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in to the community. Thomas Paul, your leader. 4/10 of a second from Peter Honeybell. And then Jaden Jamieson in 3rd. Brett Junior Morris. Not sure what TV camera angle this is. I just started changing angles like you wouldn't believe. Taylor Oakes, thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. Welcome in. It's look, it's a little unfortunate at the moment that you're having to watch these small open-wheeled midgets run around at a track like USA. Put them back on Eldora, Limaline, Kokomo, Lanier, just anywhere. Anywhere but the USA. Chris, well, I mean, I would have said Brett Junior Morris at the start. But considering I said Peter Honeywell, I said he was going to finish fourth. Looking like he might actually get the job done. He won the C main, he won the D main. Now he's looking to pick up the C main, and this is 10 laps in distance there. Taylor, they changed it to 40 laps. It'll be 40 laps for the main event. Honeywell gets a little squirrely down the back straight away. Yeah, Morris is certainly a good one, but he runs in third and will even keep it off the wall. And what we had last week. Oh, there goes Honeywell. Oh, he got it back on all fours. He kept it going. How? He's in fifth. And, well, he might have a chance at fourth, like I said. You've just got to wait on a mistake from Brett Junior Morris, Thomas Paul, Harry Stewart, or Harry Edwards. And if you watch Harry Stewart long enough, you know that, well, he loves to bounce off the wall. And we've got 2 to go in your C main. You continue to watch the 66, the Rush Sim Racing number 66 of Harry Edwards. I just think if he doesn't make the main event, well, he's always got race control duties to take care of. Very tough to do when you're inside the cockpit and running around here, especially, well, I suppose he's got time. That's one thing he's got on his side is time, and a lot of it, I might add. White flag is out. This is about 18 laps too many, although it's only been 10 laps. There goes Brett Junior Morris victorious ahead of Thomas Paul, Harry Stewart, Harry Edwards, Peter Honeywell, Jaden Jamieson, Jeremy Patterson, Mason Crawford, and Rodney James in position 10, 9. Your B main, 11 cars, the top 8 go through. Let's take a look now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole, car number 33, Carl Hoffman's. The 411 of Scott Wilkins will start position 2. Starting position 3, the 116 of Rob Bowden. Murray Howell in the 10 will start position 4. Position 5, the 07 of Davin Cardwell. Caleb Beecroft, the 22 out of P6. Bryce Kenyon, the 61 out of P7. Corey Wenzel in the 888 out of P8. Brett Junior Morris out of 9. Thomas Paul and Harry Stewart rounds out the field. Let's take winners in this one. Take your pick. I am going to go with Davin Cardwell, starting on the inside of row number 3 out of position 5. I'll take him for the W. They're only quick because they spend all day on iRacing. They're not on iRacing. They're playing a game. By God, why they play? What is it? Craft. I can't even think of it. Something. Minecraft. That's what it is. Thank you. Corey gets 4th. Corey gets 7th in my eyes. So Biggsy, you're getting 7th. You're going to transfer, but you're getting 7th. I reckon Cardwell gets the win. I reckon Morris gets 2nd. Carl Hoffman's 3rd. Harry Stewart 4th. Murray Howe 5th. Rob Bowden 6th. 7th Corey Wenzel. 8th Thomas Paul. So I'm going to put Scott Wilkins, Caleb Beecroft and Bryce Kenyon not making the show. Someone write that down for me, because there's every chance I'll forget by the time I get into turn number 1 and 2. Although I know I did pick Cardwell, as he's just casually rolling the bottom side as Wilkins. And he moves into 2nd. Well, he gets back, shuffled back to 2nd, gets shuffled back to 3rd. Could even be a little bit further right now as Cardwell slides up in front of Murray Howell, and they race side by side Off turn 4, Howell backs out of the throttle. There goes Brett Junior Morris in the 1AU car. Harry ain't winning this one from the back. Like I said, he'll be a top 5 car, top 5 competitor. Although with a move like that, he ain't looking anywhere near the top 5. I'm really tired. Uh-oh. There's Murray Howe. And who we got involved in that one? Rob Bowden, Carl Hoffmans, Corey Wenzel in 8th, would you believe it? And how about that? 3 cars, all back on pit road. So Wenzel's going to hang on. And Brett Junior Morris out in front by 1.5 seconds already. And we've just started lap number 4. 3 laps to go from position 9 or 10 to position 1. Steenie Bowden unfortunately is a DNF for this one. Beecroft, that's Beecroft in the 22, the CRC and NZSR number 22, trying to get by Harry Stewart. Stewart defending that line very comfortably at the moment. Is it time for a nap or what? Is it time for a nap? A bit of a sleep, boys. Stewart now inside on Wilkins into turns 1. By the time they come out of turn 2, he's gotten 2 for 1, but he might have to give one of those spots back up. In fact, he gets 3 for 1 down the back straight away. I just changed the car by accident. I'm that tired. Not gonna lie, there's a good chance that you might hear some snoring shortly. Evan Cardwell in 2nd spot in that Valvoline 07 machine. 8 laps down, 4 laps left to run, essentially 3 miles around USA International Speedway. Yes, Wenzel is 7th. I did say that. Did I not? Hey, Chris, what are you having for dinner? Yeah, that would have been Thomas Paul flipping in the background. Let's get a close up here of the True Speed Motorsports. Down on the graphics on that car. Normally Mastermind designs Corey Wenzel's cars. I know he's done his sprint car. I know he's done his late model. How about the checkered flag? Who cares about that one? We know who's going through. Morris, Cardwell, Stewart, Wilkins, Beecroft, Kenyon, Wenzel and Paul. 8 go through to your main event. Warm up time. Dear God. There we go. Checkered flag has been thrown on the warm-up session. I thought they were going to go out and give him at least 2 or 3 minutes, but thankfully race control has had enough. And by God, I'm not going to lie, so am I. It was an hour and 45 for super late models. I think it was an hour and something for UMPs. I'm on about near 5.5 hours of broadcasting today. And I've had tracks like Williams Grove and now USA. 2 tracks that are just designed to cause carnage and designed to give me headaches. Well, full field number, 20 cars. Take a look now at your Ultimate 32E starting grid. How good's this, mate? This 19 cars. One car's gotten scared and he's had to leave because, well, I don't want to come from the back because I'm too scared, because I don't want to make myself look like a fool. One car has already gone. I'll let you decide who that one is. The guy starting at a P19 it is. Alright, Thomas Paul, Corey Wenzel out of positions 1 and 2. Caleb Beecroft, Bryce Kenyon in row 2. Row 3, Scott Wilkins, Harry Stewart. Row 4, Davin Cardwell and Brett Junior Morris. Aaron Humble, Noah Page in positions 9 and 10. Jared Steen and Dale Jordan out of positions 11 and 12. Callan Arthur, Brady Baldwin, they are still here. Jacob Dixon, Ben Morrison are still here. Joel Berkeley, Aaron Kelly still here. David Heidelman still here. Our 19th place starter has packed it up. He's taken his dummy and he's gone home. Jordan, I will explain after. Absolute shambles. You ready for some Rocket League after? I feel like raging. Jordan, give us, well, I mean, this race could really take another hour and a half because, well, it's USA in midgets. Now, I think they're going 40 laps. I'm pretty sure I heard Mr. Edwards say it is 40 laps around this joint. They were scheduled to be a 50 lap, but I think due to their fuel issues. Who knows what we're going to get for 40 laps on the board. Waiting, green flag is out. We are underway. And geez, Wenzel. He's got some slowness in that car. Steen making his way through. Harry Stewart making his way through as well. We've already got one car around. Please, for the love of God, stay green. Stewart working the outside of the racetrack. Look at Ben Morrison in the 1NZ car. Coming up right through the middle. In fact, it's Brett Junior Morris. In fact, I apologise. Oh, wow. Bryce Kenyon upside down. That's a single car. We're not going red for that one. We're not going yellow for that one. Bryce Kenyon, Dale Jordan, Jacob Dixon, Ben Morrison. All back on Pent Road. And, well, here comes Davin Cardwell up on the inside on Brett Junior Morris. Look out, Beecroft. Geez, Cardwell got a run 3 wide on the main straightaway. Beecroft slides up in front of Stewart. Stewart crosses underneath. Morris, look at him, 3 and 4 wide. Out of turn 2. Oh, Robbie, if you did your best, thank you. Beecroft, Morris. Morris gets a run. Berkeley already up to P number 5. After starting in somewhere in the 9th row, Stewart finding his way into the wall as usual. He's done the Alt F4 trick. It wouldn't have triggered a caution anyway, but thank you anyway for your service, Harry Stewart. Good kid. But you can go back home to BSL. Berkeley Cardwell run second, make that 3rd and 4th, excuse me. Thomas Paul out in front after crashing out in the B main and finishing in an 8th place position. Started on pole. Heilemann in 5th. There is Scott Wilkins leading a charge of about 6, 7, 8 cars. Aaron Kelly, Aaron Humble, Caleb Beecroft, Callan Arthur, and Jared Steen. Brady Baldwin in 12th, Corey Wenzel 13th. As look at Morris, he went down low in turns 1 and 2 to protect the line from Berkeley. Oh, you look so delicious. You look like a perfect dumpling. Berkeley doing what Berkeley does and nearly smashing the inside wall down. Heilemann looking to get by Cardwell down into turns 1 and 2. We've just completed lap number 6, and I swear that felt like 16. There was that much action on the racetrack. Here goes Morris now to the inside on Thomas Paul. Is this race over yet? Stewart needs more than reflectors on those walls. There goes Berkeley down to the low side. Heilemann will follow suit, no doubt. They're chatting with each other while racing. Letting each other know where the fastest way around is. And well, even if they're not talking about it, Heilemann's just gone, you know what, I'll follow Berkeley, get to the front, and then we'll make this a 3-car battle between Morris, Berkeley, and Heilemann. Now Heilemann gets clear of Thomas Paul. And I've got to admit, Thomas Paul for about 5 or 6 laps done a fantastic job on that MP Sim Sports 305 machine. Davin Cardwell back there in position number 5. But I can't just quite seem to shake off that if I stay on the battle, or stay on the top 3 cars, these drivers just might make this a little bit exciting. But one can only hope, and the one AU is out in front in that One Performance Racing Rush Sim Racing number 1 AU car. Jordan, you are weak as piss, mate. Absolute weak as piss. Can't play a game because you're sick as a dog. That is dead set weak. The weakest excuse I've ever heard. Berkeley's moved up to the top shelf. 11 down. 29 to go. Yes, 29 to go. Dear, oh dear. Let's take a look at the miles. That was scheduled to run 30 miles. 28 times 0.75. We've still got 21 of those miles to go. Oh my god. Let's go on board with Brett Junior Morris here. The number 1 machine out in front. See how close Berkeley gets to that number 1 machine. Well, you want to see how close he gets? We ride on board with the number 9 machine of Joel Berkeley. On board with the 49 machine, David Heilemann in 3rd. There is literally going to be nothing to talk about. What are we going to ask Morris? Hey, it's a pretty boring race out in front. How did you see it? His answer is going to be, yeah, it was a good race. Once we got out in front, we had to hold Joel off. We had Heilemann there behind us as well, but in the end, we ended up getting the job done. Hey, congratulations. Thank you, sponsors. Good chat, good chat. Move on to the next one, Berkeley. From 17th up to 2nd. How was that one? Oh, yeah. It's alright, you could say. That's it. Good chat. Thank you, sponsors. Alright, Heilemann. 20th to 3rd. How was that? Ah, you know. We followed Joel up through the field. And just rode in 3rd spot. Waited for a mistake and waited to capitalise, but just couldn't do anything, so 3rd place will do. Alright, good deal. Thanks, sponsors. I just did the interviews for your top 3. Actually got a good shot here of David Heilemann, I might add, because you're seeing the battle unfold in front between Berkeley and Morris. And then you're also seeing Heilemann trying to weave his magic on the inside and outside. And here comes the run from the 49 machine. He might have just picked something up here on the top side of the racetrack. There goes the slide job from Berkeley on Morris. And Berkeley goes up top, 3 wide for a moment there. On the exit of turn 4, Berkeley's in the lead, lap number 18. Morris ducks down to the inside as Berkeley runs the slider line. And wow, this is a fantastic race. The slider line. Heilemann and Morris. Hello, Aaron Kelly? He has just come out of nowhere. Come on, boys. He's like, you know what? Pick your game up. Oh no, the left front caught the right rear of Heilemann, of Kelly. Morris and Heilemann side by side. Here comes Kelly now. Well, Aaron Kelly trying to make it exciting down into turns 3 and 4. And he tags the back of Morris. They both keep it going, however. Say goodbye to Berkeley. He will not be beat from here. Halfway home, 20 down, 20 to run. Berkeley leads Heilemann over Brett Jr. Morris and then Aaron Kelly. Kelly and Morris. Morris going to slide up in front of Aaron Kelly, and I get the feeling these two drivers aren't going to finish in the next 5 laps. I'll call that one now. Ready? And it'll be because of a slider and someone won't lift. Doesn't matter which way it goes. These two cars, I don't think, will finish this race. Kelly now running the slider line, and by God, I hope they do, because at the moment, and Aaron Kelly literally shot out of a cannon out of the last 10 laps. He's now going to find a way by the lap car. He looks to go. He thought about trying to go to the middle. Noah Page just sucking it up and staying on the top side. Good job, Noah Page. Holding your line. Corey Wenson won't even get a top 10 out of this. And that's just due to the fact because he's just out there surviving. Kelly. By God, wouldn't this be a story if he was able to win the top? Well, at that stage of the top 3, about 8 laps ago, it was Morris, Berkeley, and Heilemann, and nobody was touching those 3 drivers. Kelly is into second. And now coming after the Queenslander, a fellow Queenslander of Joel Berkeley. And so far, the racing up to this point had just been bland. But now we are 25, almost 25 laps into a 40-lap main event, and we've got a 3-car battle on for the race lead. And boy, oh boy, is it on for young and old. Now make that a 4-car, because Brett Jr. Morris, look at them 2 by 2. Kelly down to the inside, slider on Berkeley. Here comes Morris back on the top side with Heilemann. Now it's starting to get good. Now we're starting to wake up. Chris, it's definitely not 100 laps, it's only 40. And we've got 14 laps left to run. And Aaron Kelly, he just looks to be on a whole different level right now in the number 18 car, the Australian Midget champion for the Sim, in second, and relegates Berkeley and Heilemann back there in 3rd and 4th. I gotta wonder right now, are Berkeley and Heilemann, are they playing the fuel strategy? Surely you wouldn't risk it. Then again, surely they wouldn't have thought maybe we're going 40 laps, flag to flag, green to checker. Rodney, there is a good possibility, and my God, I hope we don't jinx it right now, as look at Morris starting to reel back in the Indy Race Parts number 18 car of Aaron Kelly. And you think about 10 laps ago, to be honest, he wasn't even anywhere near being in the picture. It was just Morris, Heilemann, and Berkeley who were just sitting there, just casually having their own race, and all of a sudden, it's just like an RKO. has just hit ya. Aaron Kelly out of nowhere. So Morris and Kelly have gapped third place driver David Harlan by 1.2 seconds. And Berkeley back there in fourth. And again, I do really think that Berkeley and Heilemann. Who was that? Is that Kelly? Oh no, Aaron Kelly! Oh, your leader! While the race is still going, we're going to find out what happened to the leader, and it was all by himself. Oh, you hate to see it. He had an absolute mighty of a car and just got a little loose there, and he went upside down. And Berkeley hit him, and Berkeley didn't miss him, that's for sure. As we go back to live pictures from the virtual USA International Speedway. And Heilemann now leads by Brett Junior Morris leads by just shy of 1.3 seconds. I get the feeling that gap might just close up a little bit. Heilemann has pulled 2/10 back on your race leader. 32 gone, Morris. Massive mistake there in 1 and 2 again that allows Heilemann to catch up. Berkeley on the fuel strategy. So now who is going to win? Who has got the most fuel? Who has done the best fuel strategy? I told you, it's like NASCAR all over. The only thing they didn't come in for a pit stop. 6 laps left to run. And we're going to be right back just quickly while these laps are happening. Well, if you just watched the previous lap, Brett Junior Morris thinking he's trying to mow the inside grass, trying to make it shorter, trying to find some extra grip down there. Heilemann, your new race leader with 3 laps left to go. Yes, Howard, it was about who managed the fuel better. At this stage, Heilemann. Morris still trying to mow that infield grass. Junior, I'll give you a tip. No matter how much you try and cut it, it ain't going to cut the grass, buddy. You've still got to stay on the racetrack. And now he runs the slaughter line into 3 and 4. Can he get the run down the front straightaway? 2 laps left to run. And I get... Oh, what the hell has Heilemann done? No worries. He's had enough. He's pulled the pin. Oh, watch that here. As Morris will get the white flag this time by. I'm really curious to see what the hell happened to the 49 machine. Berkeley rides in second, Humble in third. Now I'll be able to watch this on the YouTube feed. Returns 3 and 4. Checkered flag should be out. Brett Junior Morris should come away victorious, and that should be the end of the race. Berkeley going to come home in second, and Aaron Humble in positions number 3. So well done to Morris, Berkeley, and Humble. That chat to those top 3 here in just a moment. So we are just going to await our top 3, and then we'll chat to those guys in just a moment. We're going to give those guys about 2 minutes to get over here. If they're not going to get over here, we are going to call it a day. Now, of course, we're not going to be able to see the JR Productions and Media unofficial results. Let's see what chat, let's see where they're in. Well, we'll chat to your winner here tonight in the 1AU card, Brett Junior Morris. Brett, congratulations on this victory. I've got to ask you, was there a bit of a fuel strategy going on there? A bit like a NASCAR race?
Yeah, definitely. Like that's why the lead changed a few times, and I dropped back, and it was a bit of mind games towards the end with Heileman because he kind of boosted it off, and I thought he was gonna take it because I thought he would have the fuel, but then he kind of gave up. He realized he wasn't gonna make it, so I luckily the fuel save worked out perfectly, and I just had a drip of fuel across the line. So definitely a long race, 40 laps around USA, green to checkered. So yeah, it was definitely heaps of fun.
Well, in distance it was 30 miles. It was probably about 48 minutes too long, I must say. Probably about 35 laps too long here. I wasn't expecting... like, I've made it well aware that I really wasn't happy about USA tonight. I mean, I would have preferred a track change, a schedule change. I'll allow these schedule changes. Were you expecting this one to go 40 laps, flag to flag?
Definitely not. No. I think everyone crashed out one by one, so there wasn't 2 cars involved in the wreck. So it probably would have been pretty boring to broadcast, but then towards the end there, it would have been quite exciting because you didn't know who was going to win. So, yeah, it was definitely a hard track, and probably not the best track to race on for midgets. So would much rather be on the fence somewhere at Lanier or Eldora, but that's part of the schedule. You have to race there, and luckily I grabbed the maximum amount of points I could.
Well, we don't have to race there. We can always, get the schedule change. It wouldn't be the first time someone's changed the schedule on us, but I would have preferred this one. Anyhow, hey, at least I know Origin's going to be the Origin schedule out. We're not going to be running any nights on the Origin night, so keep your Wednesday nights free for the Midget Super League. Congratulations on the win. Sponsors, shout out to all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
Yeah, obviously thanks to my mum for paying the power and the internet bill so I can race tonight, and thanks to Ryan from Rush for being part of the team, and obviously everyone from OPR. It's been pretty good. I've had a few victories with OPR now, so I'm glad to get a few wins with the team, and thanks for the broadcast. It's always cool to watch back and see what you did right and what you did wrong. So yeah, cheers.
I'll give you a tip. If you're going to rewatch it, put it on mute. There was literally nothing exciting going on the entire night.
Hey. It was pretty exciting. There's a few lead changes and went back to 4th at one point.
Yeah, anyhow, congratulations on the win. Let's get through this and wrap this up. We're about an hour too long.
Cheers, Brett.
Okay, Joel Berkeley at home. It's not even Joel Berkeley, it's Brett Junior Morris. We're going to chat to Joel Berkeley, who comes home in 2nd place tonight. Joel, NASCAR fuel strategy paid off for you, 2nd place.
Oh, if some idiot that was working on the setup actually put the right amount of fuel, and we would have been able to contest Brett there for the win. But I thought I'd be a smart ass and stay. Oh, I'll just cut a little bit of fuel and I'll be right. But yeah, no, I paid for it in the end.
Yeah, you paid for it in the end, falling back to 4th and just watching everybody wreck out in front, so you come away with a 2nd place.
I wouldn't say wreck out.
Okay, all right. Well,
more run out of fuel and wreck out.
Yeah. In the end, still a wreck out. I mean, Kelly surprised you guys there at about 20 laps in.
Yeah, he surprised us a little bit there. Me, Brett, and Dave were going out, and then we all of a sudden noticed Kelly's. I was like, oh, all right, he's here to play, but he ran out of fuel real early, so I had to save the entire time. I had like 16 gallons trying to run the bottom. If I put 18 in, I probably would have been okay, but yeah, I thought I'd try and be a smart ass and not run enough and paid the price.
Well, sometimes, and on a track that's very unexpected, 40 laps around here, 30 miles. It's a hell of a long time to run around here in a midget.
Yeah, to be fair, I think tonight probably should have been 30 laps. Not just because of the fuel issues, but I think it's just, I don't know, it would have been a better race. I think it would have involved fuel saving than like for people to race. Like at that mid stage of the race, I think that was a pretty good battle there between me, Brett, David, and Kelly, wasn't it?
It was dead set the highlight of the night, and it was the only time I got excited in this whole hour and 23 minutes. And I've made it known I really wasn't too happy about coming here to USA in a midget. Would you have liked to, before this race, had you not known that this race was going to go green to checker and the battle that you guys had, would you have liked to see a track change rather than come to USA, or do you?
To be fair, USA always puts on pretty good race in anything that, like, if you got the right drivers, it always puts on good racing as such. Like, that's the way I see it. If it's got good drivers up front and capable drivers that can race each other clean, it can always put on good shows. But I think it needed a 30 lap final tonight, because obviously you've probably seen the second half of the race. It was just a matter of who had the most fuel in the end.
Yep,
Even though David and
caught it the NASCAR on dirt tonight.
It really was. It really was. That's what it was.
Anyhow, moving forward, second place. Congratulations on that second place finish here tonight. We'll let you thank some people and some sponsors as well.
Yeah, thanks, Brett. Massive thanks to guys, NZSR for hosting, Harry for doing it while Braden's away, Slack since he wasn't here tonight. You for broadcasting, the guys at Slick Simsport, and everyone else makes it possible. And I might try and make a paint for you next time I run one of these, eh?
Yeah, I'm sick of seeing you in an old delivery. Like, you really need to update. I told you 2 weeks ago that you need to update it, buddy.
I've been away.
No, you can't use that excuse, all right? You went away for 3 days.
Yeah, I could have done it.
What happened to the other 10 days?
Work. I mean, I haven't slept for like 37 hours, Brett. So you got to give me a bit of a break. That's why I'm going to blame it on. I wasn't running out of fuel. Running out of fatigue. Running out of energy tonight.
Yeah, understandable. Good job on saying.
Brett won because I didn't have enough go juice.
Berkeley didn't have a nice energy drink with him.
Yeah, legit.
Good job on second, Joel.
Cheers, Brett.
All right, we'll chat to the driver that comes home in third place tonight. It's Aaron Humble. Humble? Well, survival of the fittest. Third place. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know what to say in this interview. It was just nothing happening.
Yeah, it was kind of a long race there. It was just green to checker, so I kind of got a bit boring to the middle, I guess, because not really a fan of this track with the long straights and the long race there. But I don't know really what happened there. I kind of was fuel saving on the bottom for the first 20, and then started getting in a good groove there. And then I was catching Joel, and I was just having flashbacks of last meeting where he got me in the last corner. So I was trying to get him there, and then looked at my gauge and was like, oh no, I need to save, otherwise I'm not making it there. And I think I finished with about 0.2 gals left. So third, not too bad.
How many gallons do you get to put in, like, if it's a full tank here in the middle? Because I don't run these cars. I literally can't drive, so I legitimately do not run these cars. What is the maximum amount of fuel you can put in these cars? Is it 18 gallons or 20 gallons?
The maximum you can put in is 19. So apparently 19 gals foot flat only got you 35 laps. So I just chucked in 19. Knew how to do some fuel saving if I kind of wanted to rip the top near the end to make some of those late passes if there was a yellow. But don't really run 19 gals in the midget in events. I normally run around that 15 mark. But with this track being so big and 40 laps was quite long, so I know how to put some weight in it, and especially with no warm-up laps, it was a bit difficult early on, but yeah.
Well, congratulations on the third place run here at USA. We'll let you get out of here, of course. Sponsor shout-outs, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
Cheers to Harry for at NZSR for putting on this event. It's always good to turn up and have some quality races and numbers. Bit disappointed that B-Dave is day one back in the country, and seems like the new missus has already got him on the whip again in this country. So let's see if he's here next week, and hopefully you can put a show on for him, and then of course to yourself on the stream, and then I think I have to wait one more week to get Joel on the last lap.
Well, I think we make it public. I think we call Brayton Davison out. Stop being a pussy, grow some balls, and tell her what's up. Is that what you want to say?
Yep. Yeah, I couldn't say it better myself.
Yeah, there we go. That's on behalf of the entire Australian New Zealand community to Brayton Davison. Aaron Humble.
Even some of the American, I think.
Yeah, congratulations, third place, buddy.
Cheers, Brett.
Right, there we go. Aaron Humble, they're home in third place here tonight. Of course, Brett Junior Morris gets the win from Joel Berkeley ahead of Aaron Humble, who we just spoke to. That'll wrap us up here from the USA International Speedway. Congratulations to your top three. Thank you for the follows, the likes, the shares on the Facebook page. Thank you for watching on YouTube and Twitch. Of course, if you haven't done so already, hit the like and follow button on our Facebook page. If you could please go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. Hit that subscribe button. We are aiming for 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible, and that would be much appreciated if you could all just go over to our YouTube page and just hit that sub button. Again, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, the management behind the scenes, we say farewell from the USA International Speedway until Tuesday night for the National Oval Racing Association Midget Series. They are at the Chili Bowl for their final race of the season, and will be live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV from about 9:45 p.m. Eastern. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, take care and good night.